Dobrý večer, přátelé, dobrý večer. Máme chvilku po devátý. Půjdeme tady zase pokračovat v tom šíleným tempu, který vlastně naskočilo během minulýho streamu. Šílený masakr, zvrat, všechno je zase jinak. A dneska nás teda čeká. Nejdřív budeme muset si zjistit tady to. Jestli jsme teda nějaký pěšák nějakýho laputa madreho, nějakýho mafioza, tady, skorumpovaný policajt. A máme zavolat na stanici. Tak to zkusíme a jinak nás teda bude čekat výlet na ten ostrov. Takže zkusíme si zavolat na tu stanici, jestli se něco dozvíme. Okrsku 57, byli jsme napadeni. Opakuji, poručík Kim, jasně.
Something is wrong. Only static hisses through the speaker. No reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Cronel. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely. No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now. You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribunal. And remember, they are listening in.
They're shutting you up. Silencing you. Don't fucking drop your guard. Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
Tak, zkusíme to takhle. Julian, slyšel jsem, jak mi někteří lidé označují za pěšáka laputa madreho. Myslíte, že jsem skorumpovaný?
10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir.
Nějaké zvěsti? Co to má vůbec znamená, že se šíří zvěsti? Myslí si, že jsem skorumpovaný nebo ne? Znamená to, že lidé vědí, že jsem skorumpovaný polda, protože jsem nejpodmáznutější a nejnebezpečnější cajt v Revacholu. Má pověst mě předchází. Chci, abyste věděl, že bych nikdy nic takového neudělal. Neberu úplatky.
I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Dobře.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if...
No. That's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Jsme se toho moc nedozvěděli. WTF? Teď už jsme to měli hotový. Ale ono to je jako, aby jsme získali všechny, nebo co? Potom se to jakoby splní. No nic, každopádně vzhůru sem. Tak se musíme vydat na ten ostrov, který byl pravděpodobně teďka na tom obrázku. A tam se dostaneme pomocí tady tý. Pomocí té sítěřky, rybářky.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
Střelili mě do nohy, bylo to dost drsňácký, líbilo by se vám to. Nějací lidé mi ublížili, chtěl jsem s vámi mluvit o něčem jiném.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
A taky mě střelili do hrudi. Měla byste vidět ty druhý lidi, všichni jsou mrtví.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
You feel the ligament move on your left shoulder and a small, warm drip of blood. It's nothing.
Měla byste vidět ty druhý lidi, všichni jsou mrtví.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Většina poldů jsou zabijáci. Už byl jsem zabijákem už dávno, dřív než se tohle stalo. Nejsem zabiják, jsem polda.
I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes.
Tak,
Of course. Can I help you with something?
potřebujeme se dostat na ten ostrov.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Slunečné dny a to jsem zrovna dostal bakteriální infekci. Co je na tom ostrově? S dalekohledem jsem tam viděl nějaké ruiny.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think, bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Říkala jste, že jste tam vy sama nebyla. Kdo tedy byl, když ne vy?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Jaká děcka?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go?
Be my guest. They have a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
A když se chci houpat.
The crow's feet disappear, from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Dobře, tak si nejdřív zkusíme pokecat s těma dětskama, jestli něco budou vědět.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
On that island?
Ano, tam musím vědět, co tam je.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells.
Hmm.
There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Počkat, myslíš šrapnely?
I don't know what these are.
Co ještě?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Někdo na tom ostrově bydlí?
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Proč mu říkáte pan hasičák?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Proč po vás chce, abyste uhasili váš oheň?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
Říkali jste něco o světlech?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Ještě něco mi můžete říct o tom týpkovi, jak je starý, bydlí tam?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Váš otec na ten ostrov jezdil taky, že ano?
Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't.
Váš otec sám sebe
I
nezabil.
don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
To je všechno, co víte. Máte ještě něco, co byste mi o tom ostrově mohli říct?
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Dobře. Ještě něco tam je. To nám neřekli. Stihneme si reakci trošku. Tamhle. Jo, hurá, konečně se dostaneme na ten ostrov.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. SRV made. This machine represents humanitarian aid from a workers' state on the Samoan Isola. The ROO logo on the engine gives it away. That and a white 5-pointed star. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Až si vezměte motorky mé, já budu držet magneťák. Naloď se a pluj směr ostrov.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go.
Tak, Kláva. Konečně jsme se dostali na...
The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Za ní dál na severu.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on the meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. A drop of rain falls on a black log of an extinguished campfire.
Ukryté v tichu.
Col de Mamadakwa.
Kime?
Yes?
Na tomhle ostrově je skutečné ticho.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Počkejte, musím si poslechnout ještě něco.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Otevře oči, přestaň poslouchat. Blízko poznáváš? OK. Svony jsou zničený.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kime, co je to IOM?
Insul Indian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Řenečku.
Was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics with blood dripping down your thigh.
Jak já to chápu, jsme následovníci úžasné revoluční armády. V 51. to je trošku trapas, ne? Neměli bychom se přejmenovat. IOM zní jako IPM. Někdo by si to i mohl z interizolární policejní milicí splést. Působí tak skoro normálně.
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
Bílá hvězda?
An upside down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Ty skvrny mají být také hvězdy?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Vypadá staře. Proč to tu pořád je?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Se odsud zcela evidentně nedostanem. Ještě než vlezeme dovnitř, nemůžeme tam jít nějak po tom pobřeží. Ne, tady nikam se nedá jít, to znamená, že musíme prolízt skrz. OK. Mechanismus pro uchycení děla. Vykonáváno střední rozstřel, velká ráže. Schody se tady zřítily, jasně.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Nalej na to nádrže palivo.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Jenom nevím, co jsme nastartovali. Kam vedou tyhle kabely?
Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
Jak moc nedávno.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Jen malý šlofíček, na nejvýš na hodinku. Na odpočinek teď není čas.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero. Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life Who doesn't like nature? Who among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Ještě to nebudeme zkoušet. Zimní šála z armádních přebytků. Kušele faun, šipkař. Koordinace ruka oko. Že bychom to použili místo drama. Možná jo. Jo. Ale včíček, penízky, včíček, samý zajímavý věci.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one, a heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
Co je na druhé
Another
straně?
part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
Jak tohle otevře?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
Máš pravdu, otevřeme ty velké. Vidíš někde ovládací prvky?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Si to tady uložím a myslím si, že zkusíme pár těchhle z těch.
Soft covers, serialized, fantastique, and detective. Not that you can
17%. Tak.
soft covers, serialized fantastic
Vteřinečku.
and detective stories, animal adventures, a magazine for electrical engineering, and an international thriller. Also, light erotica and some historical novels from the century past.
Tak.
Not that you can tell.
Jdeme si to párkrát vyzkoušet.
Soft covers, serialized fantastique. Not that you can tell.
Sedmnáctku jsme prolomili. Už ne.
Soft covers, serialized not that you can tell. Soft covers, serialized fantastique. Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Podívej, Kime, silná komunistická teorie, vědecká a pravdivá. Podívej, Kime, pomatené komoušské bláboly. Podívej, Kime, slaboduché bláboly pro ty, co nikdy nic sami nedokázali. Podívej, Kime, kniha levičácká, nevím, co k tomu říct. Co ty?
Ouzia. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Revachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him. Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Student z toho činžáku už jsem měl podobné kousky taky.
Well, yes. That one student did.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting.
Nic neviděl. Tamhle. Se tam dostat. Aha. Spodem. Tak nejdřív ještě se podíváme sem. Aha, nepodíváme, to je nahoře. Dobře, zkusíme nejdřív otevřít ty dveře, než se vydáme potom případně někam sem tudy dál.
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet.
Tady se nám určitě budou hodit potom ty rukavice na tu techniku nějakou.
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard. The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here.
Mohl by tohle otevřít ty macářové dveře?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Spust nouze otevřít.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
Co je
I
tam?
don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a a dim golden glow.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Automatic boot.
Světlo interiér.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. A dim ambient orange.
Posuvník radiové vytáčení.
The dial slides under the glass, dark and silent.
Tak se jdeme mrknout, co jsme otevřeli. Když je světlo, nevidíme tady něco víc? Ne. To má drobné bílé květy. Ale helium. Vzduch sladce voní, tak nějak děsivě.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
Desertér.
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Vy jste ten pan hasičák.
The what now? I can't hear you.
Řekl jste nedávno 2 dětem, aby tady uhasili oheň dvojčatům?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Zdržoval jste si zrak?
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Zažil jste ty pancéřové dveře?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Dotankoval jsem ten generátor, pak jsem použil ovládací panel.
I should have burned that console down.
Jak jste věděl, že jsem jdu?
The boat engine. On the water.
Aha. Máte tu pěknou zbraň.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
to byl Magrave, ale...
It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in 06.
To není smazané z tabule, já si to pamatuju.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
Ani náhodou, mi řekne. Pane, potřebuji, abyste odložil tu zbraň, abychom si mohli promluvit. Jsme od policie.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Jsem nepřátelský velitel s odpovídající hodností. Odložte ji. Tohle nevyjde, že ne?
It's a good line, but your voice slips on.
A big-time operator of the pederast army. How about I keep it, huh? Hand it over to a real killer.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Zbraň ležící v písku.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Je to tak, jak řekl.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Do tohohle se používá celoplášťová?
The right type and the right calibre.
Tahle puška byla několikrát opravována a upravována.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response? Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Kdo jste?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, political commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Mi ta hra říct, že ten starý voják zabil toho Lejliho, že ne? Že ho odsud snajpnul. Protože když viděl to jeho brnění, ten jeho armor, tak si myslel, že to je prostě nepřítel.
"43 years and 10 months.
To je nezlomné.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are walking. The gas street lights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamrock, the streets come alive with workers. Men, women, children rushing. Muddy avenue after muddy avenue. The temperature is rising. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. Two police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
Na co?
For her to return.
Kdo?
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Přicházím odtamtud. Mohu vás ujistit, že to není to, co mají lidé v plánu. Já jsem tam byl, město je v troskách, pořád se to může stát. Já jsem to viděl. Kapitál je příliš mocný, ti bohatí jsou velmi dobře zorganizovaní, ženy vás vždycky zradí. Já jsem tam byl, město je troskách. Mohu vás ujistit, že to není to, co mají lidé v plánu. Ženy vás vždycky zradí.
I am not a fool. I know. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore. However hard I try, whatever I do.
Řekl jste, že jste dezertoval ze své jednotky?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
Co je tohle za místo, tento ostrov?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Čemu to sloužilo?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
Myslíte vylodění znovu do vytí Revacholu?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Právě já nejsem jeden z nich. Armáda koalice, někdo, kdo přišel ukončit tady to šílenství, vrazy, já vím, co ti myslíte. Zaprvé, já nejsem jeden z nich.
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Někdo, kdo přišel ukončit tady to šílenství. Armáda koalice.
Iblis.
Kdo?
The Black-Eyed Angel.
Jak jste celou tu dobu přežíval?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
To je volba. Mohl jste se stát samostatně výdělečně činným, vytvořit systém. Co kradete?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
To je vážná situace. Musíte se nechat prohlédnout a my to můžeme zařídit.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
Jak jste to zvládl psychicky?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
Tak poručík něco řekne?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Jak jste se celé ty roky
It
skrýval?
was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
Se pohyboval mezi tímhle místem a pevninou.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Sklad zbraní. Tam sklepě, tam jste byl?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Poškozené za hranicí použitelnosti.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Jeden malý bunkr je pod budovou Feld, tam jste pobíhal?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
Dost, že tohle je ovšem bezpodmínečná kapitulace.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Nejsme jmenováni koalicí, jen se snažíme pomáhat. Prosazujeme zákon, zabraňujeme těm zvířatům, aby se navzájem zabíjeli, vím, jak to vypadá, ale mám tajné plány, jak proměnit Rom, revoluční jednotku, my jsme Rom a nechme to být.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti communiste d'Insolande. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Komunardé podepsali Revacholskou kapitulační listinu.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors. who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing and sporting goods. It's not real.
Vy jste komunistický voják z komunistické armády.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
Říkal jste, že jste byl vycvičen a přidělen k obrannému sboru.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follow the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology.
To znamená, že jste vycvičený komunista, ne?
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
Já jsem se do politiky nepletu.
You're inert lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism, or even cancer.
Mám vás další vážnou otázku.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Na co jste používal tady tu zbraň?
I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
A co?
this is what you live for. This is the shit. The great serotonin jackpot. The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Takže vy říkáte, že jste zabil lidi po ukončení aktivních bojů, použil jste tu pušku na zastřelení plukovníka bezpečnostní společnosti Kernel. Vím, že mi to chcete říct. Zabil jste tou zbraní někoho za poslední týden nebo dva?
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
Takže vy říkáte,
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
dobře, zeptáme se ho napřímo.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Ta mrtvola v keramické zbroji visící v cárech vířící, zastřelil jste ho, ta fašistická jednotka smrti, která v noci 4. března schytala kulku do úst, jmenoval se Alice Cortner, byl součástí ochranky tady v Martinéze, krásný silný muž, kterýho jsem poslala ctěná soukromá vojenská společnost Krenel. Ta mrtvola v keramické zbroji.
Yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Já už si spolupráce nepotřebuji, mám tohle.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
Ne spoustu, některý.
Like fuck you did. You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip right into them. Got the fat kid killed. The old man too. None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed on this city, and you prepare the meal for them.
You're getting diverted. Push the gun. Only the gun matters.
So you watched the fight. Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing, your plan. You got them killed.
You don't know anything.
Jon Snow. Přestaňte měnit téma. Máme tu vražednou zbraň.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Dorovnávám. My máme tu vražednou zbraň.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Vy jste komunista, já jsem mluvil s tím mrtvým mužem a on mi řekl, že ho zabil komunismus.
Stupid twat.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry. Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
To byla intuice. Kdyby promluvil, řekl by, že ho zabil komunismus.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. It reeks of crypto-fascism. The parasite class use intuition to justify their rank in life. It's all just palmistry and magic, earl creatures. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks, but still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Ale no tak.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here, and Maybells on Clausia's balcony.
Maybe?
And nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal. Nothing else comes up. You see the lieutenant watch you try to stimulate thought processes by hitting yourself. I'm sorry, this didn't do anything. Usually hurting yourself does.
Officer, a word?
Omluvte nás na chvíli. Potřebuješ předložit alespoň 3 důkazy, abys dokázal, že ho máš tak jako tak. Jeho odpor nemá velný smysl. Dáme si technologii ještě. Tak co pak chceš?
I think we may have this. From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Gefreiter. We just need a confession first and then maybe a solid motive later.
Snažím se ho přimět, aby se přiznal. Dávám si facky, abych dostal nápady.
I can see that, yes. I'm not judging.
Snažím se ho přimět, aby se přiznal.
Yes, good going. That should be our first priority.
Jak myslíte, že probíhá výslech?
We are doing very good. He wants to confess, I can see that. We just need to pile it on a little more. The more we have on him, the closer he is.
You hear that? He thinks you're this close.
Tak, co mi uniká, co jsem neudělal?
Ballistics. Let him cook here for a minute or two. We can have another look around the island for a sniper's nest. I think we should check out the post.
OK.
Remember, he wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like we already have everything.
OK, tak. Můžeme si to tady prohlídnout. Jakou snajperskou pozici potřebujeme najít. Jak se tam dostaneme? Celá evidentně se potřebujeme dostat sem. Jo, to je tou druhou stranou určitě. To bude. Tudydle. Určitě. No, ještě se podíváme, jestli tady něco nenajdeme.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in with a bottle in your hand.
Pozvedni zrak. Zakroč hlavou. Nic takového dělat nebudeme, žádný chlastání. Potřebujeme ten případ vyřešit a k tomu už potřebujeme být jakože čistý. Tentokrát. Tak, co pak je to tak? Další kanistr? My jsme jeden kanistr měli. Proto jsme to mohli už zprovoznit předtím. Moje nyní.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Dio Moteri.
Jsou ty jako se...
Yes, this guy gets around.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
Mezi těma dvěma.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that.
Kým s dalekohledem bych viděl dovnitř té místnosti.
A pair of binoculars or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kým mohl bych to udělat? Mohl bych vystřelit.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Lepší pozdě než vůbec.
Nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
6 lidí je mrtvých. Mohli jsme tomu zabránit.
Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk. We will make up for it. Here, I feel it.
Jo.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
Jenom pane Drosy, plukovníku, musíme si promluvit o tom, že jste ho zabil. Zkusíme vyhodnotit jeho řeč těla.
For a 60-year-old man,
Pojďme to párkrát vyzkoušet. Tohle to nám určitě musí vyjít.
Minions of capital.
what strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild, indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is this some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Užíváte nějaké psychoaktivní látku? Nějakou?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
Jste na amfetaminech?
Like some kind of decadent rock star. No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
Dobře.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Tear into him again. pile it on him.
Kavalinky za oknem té oběti, viděl jsem je. Tady růst.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
Chtěli jsem jenom tady.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilized them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
Vražena jménem Klasy. Říká vám to něco? Takové květiny byly za jejím oknem.
Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
Ano, Klasy, vy jste tě neslyšel její jméno, že?
My ears don't reach the city.
Vy ji znáte, je to tak? Měla intimní vztah s obětí, s tím žoldákem.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble, looks like a smile, a crooked smile, yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
Udělali jsme balistiku, ukaž na věž, výstřel přišel z tohoto ostrova.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists, done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Jedna věc, kde je ten dalekohled? Jste zvládl vystřelit bez dalekohledu. Všechno ostatní máme.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
Řekl.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
Zajímalo by mě, jakou značku bot nosíte.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
Hezký bod na jeho noze.
The maker is Sensorique. The model is Corbe, and the size is 43. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Počkat, možná je to jednodušší než 97%. Prosím.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Lidé si boty přezouvají. Neznamená to, že jste tam nebyl. Poblíž té místnosti, ve které oběť zemřela, blížil se tam kolem.
racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Byl to násilník, já neříkám, že si to nezasloužil. Byl to vrah, ale stále byl pod ochranou zákona.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Takže jste ho zastřelil.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
Skoro jako bys viděl, jak si vymáčkl z oka slzu, jeho pěsti se začnou třást také.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Co bylo pak?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Proč jste se na ně tu noc díval?
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Když je to součást těch sraček, co vidíte?
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Co konkrétně se vám nelíbilo na tom, co jste viděl tu noc vraždy? Díval jste se na něco jiného, co se vám nelíbilo?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Takže jste žárlil?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
The caliber of bullet he used does not do that kind of damage.
Jak dlouho jste ji sledoval?
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
O té boje.
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
That, too.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on, right there. She needed it just to move.
Myslíte, že tam schovala?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Ty jsi to vybral, že jo? Že jsi to vybral?
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
To je ta skrytá bojka, o které nám řekla. Podíval jste se do ní?
After she was gone,
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
no. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
No neviděl, protože tam byly, ty dokumenty byly na jiný jméno, ne? Jste si jistý, tu bojku jsme zkontrolovali, nic ní nebylo.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
Viděl jste její jméno v tom pasu, ale dříve, když jsem řekl, že se jmenuje Klasie, nevypadal jste na to, že to poznáváte.
You didn't say Clausia in there.
Jaké tam bylo uvedeno její jméno v tom pase?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Jdem dál, potomhle jste ji ještě dál sledoval?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
Abyste ty modřiny viděl puškohledem.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
Jak dlouho jste jí sledoval? Ne. 97%. Že to vyjde, že jo.
It quickly comes to you.
Ty modřiny na jím těle. Možná, že jste viděl nějakou díru ve zdi?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing. All at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Viděl jste ji někdy oknem na střeše?
Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
Prošel jste tou tajnou cestou v Cárech, to byly vaše stopy. Vy jste si prostě přezul boty.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
A tohle taky.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
Cítil jste k té ženě něco?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Byly i jiné?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Proto jste nechal ty sušené květiny za jejím oknem?
No.
Proč?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
Kdy to bylo?
The day after I killed him.
A přinesl jste jí konvalinky.
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
Chtěl jste jí utěšit.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more. One more down.
Takže ve výsledku to nebylo o něm, bylo to o ní.
Her.
You hear a low frequency hiss, barely, beneath the audible spectrum. Then it's gone. The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
Utekla, ale nejdřív nás zavedla sem, přišla na to, že ji někdo sleduje z té pevnosti.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lusanne's central aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Podívej se na sever.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghost of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Dal jste se do něco jiného, co se vám nelíbilo?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put of hatred.
Konkrétní?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
Jak to?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Ale jasný.
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Nechej ho to dokončit, nepřerušuj.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
To je všechno?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
A teď mám pár otázek ohledně...
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
Měl jste, že odbory jsou sociálně demokratické a pan jasný, že je fraška na sociálního demokrata. A tohle asi už nepotřebujeme vůbec znát.
Glad? It's all gone. I ain't going.
Takže ho zatkneme. A tím vyřešíme tu celou vraždu.
Yes?
Zkusíme to.
The old man stares despondently at the logs. It's like he's forgotten you're there.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
A říkal si, že mě odvezou do...
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Ježíš, řekni, je na tom místo... Je na tom místo pro 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Kdo ho pohlídá tam, až se budu vracet pro tebe?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Možná bych mohl prostě požádat síťařku, aby ho pohlídala.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
tím zmatkem a vztekem záchvat. Ten tvůj, ta myšlenka pomine, místo ní přichází naléhavější věci.
No, listen. Listen now.
Sluch. 97%. Vyjde to?
There it is again.
Jo.
To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
Co?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Co slyšíme? Kime, slyšíte to?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Ty krásu, to je ta strašilka, ne?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Ne, ona fakt existuje. Zamrkej.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
Co to je?
What are you talking about?
O té obří strašilce.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have a gun.
Konečně už jsem se zbláznil. Tam je, vidím to.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, vy to vidíte?
I can see it.
Ale, tak to není halucinace. Když to Kim vidí taky.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
No jo.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else, in a lower pitch.
Opatrně budeme poslouchat. Zašeptej, tohle je ta inzulindická strašilka.
It is.
Uslyšíš povědomý zvuk rozepínání jeho bundy, pomalého, přepečlivého.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Ono chce vyfotit. Nebo jí.
No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
Aha. Ten blesk bude nápadný, nelíbí se mi to.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
Bojí se to, přestaňte hned.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Koho zajímá, co si oni myslí, Kime, zašeptej. Já mám ten feromon, můžu se k tomu přiblížit. Koho zajímá, co si oni myslí, Kime?
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Řekni tomu něco potichu. Řekni tomu něco potichu. Něco jako... Ahoj. Neboj se.
Nothing changes in the cyclical brain motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside and reed-colored on the out, beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
Chtěl bych zkusit odejít a uložit si to, ale mám strach, aby náhodou jsme nepřišli o tu možnost. Zariskujeme. Nejhorším si to zopakujeme ten rozhovor celý. Hro, teďka mě neskla. Dobře.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Zase očichává mě to.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding, like lunglets. Breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
Pomalu zvedni ruku.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Ahoj, Moulíku, dobrý večer. Hoří, je to wunderbar, jsem nemocný.
What is your illness?
Bolí mě tělo, krvácí. Jsem nemocný v hlavě, jsem choromyslný, takové to je pro mě. V srdci, pro mě je to smutek, jeden za druhým.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Nějak narušené, čím?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
Ty jsi ten typ zvířete, kterým bych chtěl být. Jsem rád, že jsem sebou neuvěřitelně citlivým nástrojem. To se mi kurva. Ty jsi ten typ zvířete, kterým bych chtěl být.
Are you sure?
Ano, jsem si jistý, proč se ptáš?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
Malá noha, to je hrozné. To vůbec nic není.
The leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
Teď tam žádnou nohu nemáš.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
Já jsem detektiv.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Narodil jsem se, abych odhalil tebe. Toho vraha.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
Jak to? Ty ho ničíš?
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I'm destroying him.
Počkej. Jak to? Je tohle sen? Co se to děje?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Odkud tohle pochází? Tohle všechno to kolem nás, svět.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies.
My to musíme vidět. Možná nám to poslal Bůh. Potom jediné, co můžeme dělat, je do toho mlátit pěstmi den za dnem bez odpovědi.
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
Wait, so
Příliš citlivá záležitost. Takže ty vypadáš jako rákos a jíš rákosí.
Yes, they don't mind.
Snědla jsi někdy náhodou jinou rákosovou strašilku?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. We was an accident.
Co přesně jsi?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
Ty jsi nějak až moc inteligentní stvoření.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Samanese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
Ale my ti vidět můžeme, zajímavý.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revachol, district of Martinez, March 51.
Jsi jedovatá?
Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
Takže proto je na tom tak strašně.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet.
Nestálý opičí nervový systém pro planetu zlověstně nový.
The pale too came with you.
Bledomes.
No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Počkej, ta bledomes je vytvořena člověkem.
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
Já nemám takovou moc.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
Jak?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Jak to všechno ví?
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Jak horší?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Tohle jsem uvažoval vždycky, ale já chci mrknout a vrátit zpět 12 miliard let expanze hmoty. Už jsem jednou zapomněl na celý svět, když jsem hodně pil. Budu obzvlášť opatrný, abych nemrknul. Strašilko, neboj se.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kime, mám nějaký silný epileptický záchvat?
It doesn't look like that, no.
A jak to vypadá?
You're just staring at it.
Pak myslím, že mám vidiny o konečném osudu lidstva.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Tak nějak, ne, řekl jsem ti, o čem to je, o našem osudu. S případem, ten případ je v porovnání s tímto bezvýznamný. Úplně jsem ten případ přechodil.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Teď už se musíme rozloučit, už nemám žádné myšlenky, to bylo všechno.
It doesn't look like that, no. No. What's going on? I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
OK, teď už se musíme rozloučit, už nemám žádné myšlenky, to bylo všechno.
No, there is one more.
Ještě? Ze všech stvoření, které jsem kdy potkal, ty jsi to nejlaskavější. Ze všech stvoření, které jsem kdy potkal, ty jsi to nejděsivější. Ze stvoření, které jsem kdy potkal, ty jsi to nejkrásnější. Jdeme nejlaskavější.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
Jaká žena? Měli jsme to vyfotit, že jo? Že jsme to měli vyfotit. Nebo to zvládneme ještě jednou vyfotit?
Hissing and clicking, the arthropod extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you again. You're right below it, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. Its small eyes look at nothing in particular.
Zkusíme to vyfotit. Kime, zkus to vyfotit.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I got it.
Natáhni ruku a dotkni se vouskou toho stvoření.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
On nám říkal, že je jedovatá. To bych asi neměl.
It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointed from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
Pohladit? Zkusíme.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning!
Ne. Aby jsme mu neublížili náhodou.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening, wave by wave from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
Máme to odstup.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Dobře.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
To umí chodit po vodě.
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Co to je v tom rákosí?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Třeba pohoda, ale... Puškohled. Důkaz. A pás. Hezky pěkně. Tak. Logiku. Ještě odolnost bychom si mohli boostnout. No tak, hezky. Hezky, zajímavé to věci.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classius hidden documents from the MT boy.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Dělalo v nízně strašilky.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classius, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Možná kvůli nějakému vyděračskému plánu. Myslím, že je vzala ta strašilka je vzala a já jsem to cítil. Viděl jsem, jak něco otevřelo voji dlouhýma tenkýma nohama.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an
A curious octopus would do something similar. Or even a cuttlefish.
Možná byla zvědavá, jako chobotnice.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Catalina Alazia was supposed to be her real name. Where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Aby to její pravé jméno, lolo nám. Možná je to její pravý pás, není falešný, protože tohle je její pravé jméno.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
Vteřiku, odskočím si. Se tady jmenuje
I don't know,
doopravdy?
but it's not Katarzyna Alasia or Klasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Puškohled. Tak to dokončíme.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Pane, jak můžete tu strašilku nevidět?
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there, with the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dras. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. Nothing. Just dulls. The last embers have gone out.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would pull it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dras,
No reaction.
did you take this passport and other paper?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
The plastic cape flaps around his face. In a gust, the blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him.
Old age and shock.
Myslím, že to ta
Yes,
strašilka.
the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid. The combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Předtím, když jsem hodnotil jeho stav, se zdal divně nabuzený a myslím, že je na té věci závislý. Je možné, že na jeho vztahu k strašilce je něco hormonálního. Já jsem mluvil s tou strašilkou, říkal, že ho ničí.
You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Možná, každopádně jen se snaží zůstat nezahlednutá. Ta degradace je vedlejší účinek.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective. That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dras,
No response.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dras, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
We should think about getting back to the mainland, to get help. He'll be safe here, if we don't take too long.
Jo. Návrat. Na to na pevninu použije loď. Tak se vrátíme. Řekl bych, že máme vyřešeno. Okay. Půlnoc pryč. No, vrátíme se zpátky na pevninu. Tam to nejspíš zapíchneme. A myslím si, že už máme skoro vyřešeno, tak už jako nebude moc co víc řešit. Takže bych řekl, že nějaký finále nás čeká.
The skiff is swaying on the waves, but
Let's. We are done here.
the skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Kdo vlastně jste?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Quemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Co tady jde?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Ještě to je strašně textu. To je strašně textu. To si necháme až na příště. Na nějaký pravděpodobně finále. Jasně, Mouliku, taky to jdu zabalit. Měj se dobrou noc. Přátelé, tohle pravděpodobně nás nasměřuje už k nějakému úplnému definitivnímu finále, který si necháme na příště. Takže někdy příště s nejvyšší pravděpodobností úplný finále Disco Elysium. Ale kdy? Jako vždycky. Sledujte nadpis vypnutého streamu, když by přišel nějaký pozdní stream nebo nějaký day offík nebo něco takového. Ale pro teď to tady zabalíme. Takže jo, přátelé. Já vám všem děkuji za návštěvu, přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc a u nějakého dalšího streamu zase. Ahoj.